We are live
Oh,
here
snap.
on the hardcover comic or
Late
something like that.
late night as always. Always.
Not as late as last time though.
That's true. That's true. I mean, we pushed it pretty far last time, but burning
We
the
did.
burning the midnight oil.
We did. So yeah, hopefully YouTube actually like tells people that,
Yeah,
hey, these guys are recording right now. You should like join on.
it'd be nice. That
Yeah,
would
hopefully
help.
they yeah, it would be nice if YouTube actually notified people because apparently our last stream, YouTube did not notify people.
Yeah, that's right. It just sort of didn't the algorithm didn't deem us worthy. So,
Nope. The algorithm was like, hey, fuck these guys.
but we'll see tonight. I did put out the bat signal on our Instagram, so hopefully the
Awesome.
those folks jump in. But yeah, it's a weird time, and first and foremost, whoever's watching this, hope you're staying safe, watching out for
Yes.
that COVID, keeping the Corona liquid, if you will, just the beer.
Yes. Real quick, let's just before everybody jumps on, let's get the boring stuff out of the way.
Sure,
Let's get the
this is the
housekeeping
best stuff, man.
out
Come
of the way.
on, you don't like
You
cleaning
are
up?
right. I do. So the housekeeping. So first of all, we are brought to you tonight by our affiliate, Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch is some of the greatest soap in the world that you will ever use. And I truly do mean that. I'm not just saying that because they're an affiliate. I was actually a Dr. Squatch soap subscriber for like 6 months before I reached out and said, hey, you guys want to like sponsor us? It's a really great program. It's 100% all organic, all natural, but you don't smell like a hippie afterwards. Like it's nice. It has a really nice scent to it. It gets you clean. It doesn't have all the parabens and the chemicals and things like that that make your skin itchy and flaky, all that fun jazz. Really good scents too. You have one that smells like beer. You have some that smell like whiskey. You have some that smell like rose petals. You have some that smell like you just came off of a boat. Like there's tons of different flavors. So or scents, flavors,
Yeah,
scents, whatever.
I've said
Maybe you
that
can
too,
eat it.
man.
It's all natural. You could probably
Yep.
eat it. I don't know what it would taste like.
Yeah.
But they also have a lot of like great hair care products and a great like they're starting to get into beard products. So I might need to actually check that out myself and whatnot. So, anyways, if you actually go and you go onto our our Instagram and our YouTube videos and things like that, we do have a link that you can actually subscribe through Dr. Squatch. And if you do subscribe, you will actually get free shipping for the entire lifetime of your subscription. And so we'll actually add that link into the video too. So if you are watching this when we're not live, you will also have that link available in the description, if you will.
Yep. It's great. It's a good time to stay clean.
It is. My subscription is actually going to be coming up here pretty soon. I need to change my scent over to that whiskey and cream.
Nice. Let me know how that is.
Right.
Also, folks, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We post content daily, comics, hardcover comics, live streams like this. You'll know all about it. Hit that notification bell so YouTube hopefully tells you right away. Yeah. Keyword.
Yes. Hey, yes, Craig, Paul Craig, what is up, my man?
What's going on, Paul?
So
bright and early.
Yeah. So well, I guess we can kind of jump into the not so good stuff of this week that's been announced, which I'm sure everybody's probably aware of. It's been plastered all over the place. We're not your only news source, so I guarantee everybody's already heard this, but we can discuss it and let out our thoughts and feelings. That is none other than Diamond has decided to, due to the COVID-19 situation, Diamond is shutting down for the foreseeable future. They have not given us an end date. With Diamond being the really the only distributor out there, that means that after today, there's no new comics for the foreseeable future.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I went to my local shop today, sort of asked them about it. They said they're going to be closed for at least 2 weeks. But it's really weird. The bike repair shop across the street is staying open because it's been deemed as essential.
Well, yeah, people need the
People
right to
got a
bike.
bike and they got to get their bikes repaired. I get it.
They got to get
Interesting.
their
And then
exercise.
I think a lot of bookstores and comic shops are sort of working together now too to deem themselves as like essential enough to be opened in at least 2 weeks, since they are, a hobby and something to help keep people entertained and pass time. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's going to be pretty wild. A
Yeah,
lot of rereading.
from where I'm at in Nebraska here, all of our shops are still open. Some of them have limited hours now. They kind of cut back on hours and
Right.
whatnot. Some of them also are offering curbside service, which I know a lot of other businesses also doing. And I think now more than ever is when we really need to try to support local shops. I know a lot of us, we're omnibus collectors, we're deluxe edition collectors, things like that. So a lot of what we order isn't even through our local shops. And that is sad to say, but when you can get 50% off of $150 book on,
Yeah.
IST, sometimes Amazon runs great deals, etc. Cheap graphic novels usually has really good deals. It's kind of hard to say I'm going to save $75 and buy 2 books for the price of one at my local shop. So,
Of course.
unless sometimes you go hunting and you find, the out of print books and things like that. But now more than ever, the local shops do actually really need our support. And so I was actually thinking about swinging in when I have some time here into one of my local shops, and they have a pretty good selection of hardcovers and things. And I was just going to look and see if there's any deluxes or, things like that I could use. Maybe drop, $100 or something at their shop and kind of help do part. But it's
Yeah.
it's a lot, man. A lot of these shops they're struggling. Some shops are looking at this. I read something online that some shops are looking at this as sort of a positive thing. To where they're just trying to find the bright side.
Sure.
But they're looking at it as it's giving everybody a chance to catch up on their backlog
Yeah.
instead of continuing to collect. People are actually going to be able to get caught up on their backlog. And they are saying that they're remaining open and they have a backlog, back issues, deluxes, omnis, etc., for people to come in and grab. So yeah, it's kind of a rough time because they didn't give us an end date.
Yep. I mean, it's all up in the air right now. I wonder if there's going to be any shops doing cool sales or anything. Take advantage of this.
I was hoping. I mean, obviously, I can't speak for every local shop in the world, but my local shops are not as of yet. I was really, really hoping, but unfortunately, they are not right now. However, someone did say that like stores like a Barnes and Noble or like other types of bookstores, apparently don't get their stock through Diamond. So they might carry some of the so I was really bummed out because like Wolverine was supposed to drop next week. Then you got the Garth, and then you had Postal Deluxe that was supposed to drop at the end of the month after that. And so I was like, those were gonna be my 3 buys for April, and it's gonna be like my first buys for like new books in a long time. And I was really, really excited. And now they're all, who knows. So I think I might actually like check out a Barnes and Noble or something, and if I can't,
it's worth a shot, man.
See if I can't find something,
Yeah, I guess as long as their distributor doesn't get it from Diamond.
Yeah, I don't know how all that works. I was told that apparently these other shops might actually have them. So I mean, granted, I have to pay cover price, but it might be worth it.
Right. Yeah, I know. I think it was Riley mentioned on the other stream today that mangas are actually still being sold because they don't go through Diamond. So they're still being distributed. So I mean, I guess some folks are still getting new content, and I guess there's also been like that debate about whether publishers should go all digital for like the next few weeks. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either. And actually, I don't remember the gentleman's name. He's based in California. He's actually the one that started Free Comic Book Day. He actually went on not on a rant, but he posted something basically saying that if the publishers went digital only for the next foreseeable future, that is a huge slap in the face to all local shops, and he would be extremely upset if they did that. And it doesn't help out local shops. A lot of other local shops are also pumping out the fact that like there's role playing games and there's deluxes and graphic novels and there's all these other
Right.
things that you can
Right.
buy. Magic the Gathering, Funko Pops, like
Mm-hmm.
toys. Like they're trying to, I guess you could say, pimp out like
Yeah. Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
they're other goods, not just comics.
Yeah.
So
How about they give us Harley season 2 a little earlier, huh?
yeah, April 3rd is the current date,
Yeah,
man.
still
I
close
mean,
enough.
we got Bloodshot early, we got Harley Birds of Prey early.
I guess so. Fair enough.
I keep waiting on Impractical Jokers the movie, but
Yeah.
dude, I'm so bummed that one hasn't come out yet.
Well, are they doing the whole Jay and Silent Bob thing where they're touring with the movie, or is it just playing
No,
in?
that one was in theaters. It came out in
Mm,
theaters like in mid-February maybe.
damn.
So no, that one was in theaters for like a month and a half, and then left theaters. And so I'm like, just release it digitally.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah. I
huge,
love that show.
huge Impractical Jokers fan. I
Yeah.
have seen every episode ever made at least twice, if not upwards of 5 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
You introduced me to that show, and I love
oh,
it.
it's great.
It's like one of my favorite things to have on in the background whenever I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Is just throw up a compilation on YouTube, and I'll like a lot of them I've seen, and then sometimes I'll get a new one. Like last week, I saw. I think it maybe was a new episode. I don't know, but it was basically Sal's punishment, and he was like a waiter with these
Oh, the
drunk
beer
glasses,
goggles.
the beer goggles.
Yeah, that was one
Yeah.
of the new episodes.
Dude, that show was so funny when he misses the table and all his glasses tip over. He puts the glass in the glass. Oh man, I was
Yes.
rolling. That was so good.
Yes. No, Practical Jokers is great. And we could all use a laugh right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I really think that they need to hurry up and release that digitally, because we could all really use a good laugh.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, so that's kind of the bad news, I guess you could say, of the week. Some of the rough news that's going on.
I'll tell you some other rough news.
Oh,
How about that new Warriors trailer, man?
Okay, so you didn't tell me your thoughts. So for those that don't know, Mike messaged me or like before we went live and said, "Hey, have you seen the new Warriors trailer?" And I said, "Is that the Daniel Kibblesmith one?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I saw it. To be honest, I was really kind of disappointed in it. It seemed like a little kiddish to me. It didn't really seem like, I don't know. I really like Daniel Kibblesmith though, so I'm not knocking him.
Right.
He did great work on Valiant with Quantum and it's Quantum and Woody that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I really enjoyed like what he did. So I'm not knocking him, but it just I don't know, didn't really seem to jive with what I was looking for in a new Warriors book, or what I would be looking for. And Mike didn't ever. I said, "What did you think?" And he never responded. So here is your platform, sir. What did you think of the new Warriors trailer?
So first of all, I'm on the same page. I like what I've read from Daniel Kibblesmith. So we gotta always give everything a chance. I'll probably read it because we'll probably get it from Marvel, and I'll be very open-minded about it. But man, I'm not the audience for it for sure. I don't think so, unless like these characters end up being written amazingly or whatever. But like from a character designs perspective, the agenda that they're sort of pushing with this book, it's the same thing. Like I don't know if you read Outlawed #1. I think it came out last week, 2 weeks ago, where it's like these teenage kids taking on politics. And it's basically like a Civil War Junior, where the kids are no longer, if you're under the age of 21, there's a new law instituted where you're not allowed to be a vigilante, which is pretty much, the same idea as Civil War. It also starts off with someone killing a whole bunch of innocent people. So, I mean, and this is like one of the things spinning out from it. So, I mean, it's kind of weird because they made like this Safe Space and Snowflake duo. It's like you guys already had that with Cloak and Dagger. You already had like a younger duo. Why do we need to make these pink and pink and light? I mean, it's just not for me, I guess, which is fine. But it's not what I would expect from New Warriors, and coming from like the olden days with like Nova and all the other characters that have been part of New Warriors. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. But maybe we're not the audience for it,
Yeah,
and that's okay.
and it might
We're not
surprise
supposed to
us.
be the audience.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
exactly.
Who knows?
Like for instance, Strange Academy. Did you ever read that yet, you son of a bitch?
No, I didn't. You know
You
what's funny?
fucker! It's been like 3 or 4 weeks now.
You know what's funny?
It's one issue.
As we went through the catalog today, it was in the section for teens age like 13 13 through 21. So I was like, I don't even know if I mean, come on, man.
Dude, it's
Maybe
good.
maybe it's a
So
good
here,
I'm
it's
sure
it's
it's a good time.
literally it's one issue. So when we get off tonight, read it. It'll take you 5 minutes. Go take a shit. Spend 5 minutes reading
Damn, man.
Academy.
I'm gonna have a hemorrhoid after 5 minutes on the toilet. It's not that good.
Go read Strange Academy. It's good stuff, man. I really dug it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, to be honest. Really, truly did not. But I had a lot of fun reading it. It was a really fun title.
Fair
So
enough. What's going on, David?
Hey, David, what's up, my man?
Flip
So
box.
yeah, you need to definitely
fine.
check it out.
Fine.
So in other news, for those that maybe missed it, excuse me, or don't know, Mr. Mike himself got to appear on Uncanny Omar's channel, Near Mint Condition,
That was fun.
to go over Marvel December releases, and that was today afternoon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just had to sneak out of my home office a little early. Get to doing some live streaming. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if Omar is watching this or if he ever will, but big shout out to him for inviting me. It was fun. I had a good time. I'm not the biggest Marvel guy, but so I wasn't able to enjoy it as much, I guess, as I wanted to. But it was cool. It was nice to hear differing opinions. I sort of got persuaded into trying Claremont's X-Men again. So
Claremont's X-Men's good, man. But like you said on the stream, and like I've told you in the past, it's a lot.
Right?
It's physical. You got to read it physical. It's not really a good digital book.
So not.
And I also have to agree with what Riley said in regards to up until John Byrne comes to the book, it's kind of like whatever. And then I have to agree with him wholeheartedly. That is sort of how it was. And you have to go in with the mindset of you're reading an older book. You know what I mean? So it's going to have a lot of that exposition and stuff. But that being said, that was a good time, man. I haven't seen all of it. It was like an hour and a half, but I've seen probably like the first 45 minutes or so. I did get through the part where they mentioned Moon Knight. And at first I saw that cover too, and I went, that's Houston's run.
Right. Yeah.
So the cover was obviously wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited, but at the same time, I'm really kind of bummed because I have the 3 epics. I mean, I have it all, but I would much rather have it in an oversized format, like in a hardcover format. So I was like, oh, sweet. They're going to collect all 3 epics in one Omni. Like, this is going to be awesome. And that's not the case.
Yeah.
It seems like they're almost going to do it in potentially 2 Omnis. So I'm a little bummed about that, but I am super excited to be getting a classic Moon Knight omnibus. I think it's about damn time.
It is about damn time. I mean, I guess there aren't that many great Moon Knight runs to do. So like, I don't know. It took them a while. I mean, Werewolf by Night got an omnibus before Moon Knight.
So did Howard the Duck.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
So did Howard the Duck.
And I have both of those books on my shelf behind me. I have Werewolf by Night and Howard the Duck. Actually, it's funny. Have you ever read Howard the Duck?
Yeah,
like the old Howard the Duck, not like the new stuff, but like dude, that's actually a lot of fun.
It is a good time.
It is. It's like it's very politically driven, and so some of it the book was written in the 70s, so some of it takes place. Well, not all of it kind of makes sense now, but it's still like it's a really fun adult book. I didn't realize how fun it was. It's a really fun title, so I do recommend picking up Howard the Duck. It's a fun book. Werewolf by Night's a lot of fun too. I would say if you like Tomb of Dracula, you're gonna love Werewolf by Night. It's the same kind of feel. But yeah, dude. So I saw that Howard the Duck was getting a Marvel Masterworks edition.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's a part of me that thought about dropping the Omni and picking that up just to get that, because I fell in love with those. I've never really had a Marvel Masterworks until that Ghost Rider Volume 1. And I showed you like the pages and the crisp, and dude, like I was almost tempted to maybe double dip on Howard when that one drops.
Man. That's very bold. I don't know. I don't know if I would go that route because that. I mean, that thing's like $75. I think that Masterworks.
Yeah, it is. But well, I mean, 37.50 on IST when it drops.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I mean, $37. I don't know. I mean, it's
Yeah,
only 12
man.
or 13 issues, but the format is just so gorgeous. Like
I
you
feel
got
like
to
I
see
can't.
you got to see the Ghost Rider one. Like when you come down to visit, whenever all the shit blows over, you got to check out the Ghost Rider one. It's such a neat format to
All
have.
right, man. I
I
I'm
don't think I
gonna.
could. I can't collect them all. There's no way. It would have to be
Sure.
like very specific titles or characters that I would want to collect, like Ghost Rider. But
I
yeah,
hear you, man. I hear
it's
you.
good stuff. What's up, Critique Geek? It looks like Trip C's watch stream this morning at Willie. Thank you guys.
Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello.
What's up, JT? JT says he just finished volume 1 of Amazing Spider-Man number 43.
Very nice.
So what are some what so I didn't get to see the whole stream. Was there any other like cool big announcements that you can remember?
I mean, like Uncanny X-Men number 4 was a big one.
I saw that.
There were a few Epic collections that I know there was an X-Force one that they were pretty excited about. Just because it collected stuff that hadn't been collected before from X-Force. So I mean, aside from that, man, like not too much. A lot of epics, a lot of pretty cool. Oh, the so Scarlet Witch by James Robinson. They both spoke very highly of it. I knew it was a thing a few years ago, but I never actually read it. But you know, that would be cool. I think it's like 15 issues. So I think I'll check it out digitally, and if it's good, then you know, might be a fun little bind to do.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
James Robinson's really kind of hit and miss with me. Like some things he knocks out of the park,
Right.
and then other things I'm like, kind of like Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley's that way with me too. Like some books I read of Tim Seeley and I absolutely love, and I'm like, hell yeah. And then like other ones I read and I go, so
yeah.
There's sort of hit or miss, but yeah,
dude.
no.
So I just wanted to bring this up because I don't know why it tickles my funny bone so much, but I was catching up a little bit on some like more obscure titles, and I was reading Jimmy Olsen, which is by Matt Fraction and Steve Lieber, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Steve Lieber. And man, I sent you these pictures of like this Bruce and Alfred interaction in it. I don't know if you saw it, dude.
Yes.
That shit made me laugh so much because it's just so over the top. I don't know if we can show this shit here or not. Let me see, because I got some tabs open here, man.
Oh, let me know, dude. I'll throw them up. James Robertson says James Robinson is the man. Golden Age Starman. Yeah, see, Starman. I read a little bit. I know I'm gonna get yelled at for that. I need to catch up, but I know Starman was really good. He wrote Airboy, the remake of Airboy, which was fantastic. I loved Airboy. So not what you're expecting going into it. He also did some stuff on like the Masters of the Universe I really enjoyed. But then he did some detective stuff, and I'm like, anything to write home about?
Okay.
All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, this is the first
that's definitely Steve Lieber's art. Yeah, that's definitely Steve Lieber's art.
Yeah, it's so fun, but pretty much he's saying, have you made people laugh at my jokes all these years? And Alfred's like, yeah, $85,400. That's how much I paid him. He's like, however did you know? Because I'm an amazing detective, Alfred. Amazing. Ask anyone. Oh man, that shit made me laugh so much. And then, dude, the second page. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Batman always being written this way, but once in a while. Your pay will be docked, of course, dollar for dollar. And Alfred, leave the edible arrangement. Boosie hungry.
What?
Boosie very hungry.
Is he drunk?
I'm also hilarious.
He puts a fucking arrow thing on his head.
Man, Jimmy Olsen has just been so silly. It's just one of those fun books, you know, like Hawkeye kind of was when Matt Fraction did it. I know he's done that a couple times too with some other books, but it's just fun. It's just fun.
Okay, how many issues are out of this? Is it? I'm obviously it doesn't focus on Batman if it's a Jimmy Olsen book, so I'm assuming like each issue is like a different character or something?
Yeah, it jumps around quite a bit. There's 9 issues out now, and it's going to be 12 total. So
How many have you read?
I've read, that was the last one. I read 5. I haven't had a chance to go back to it.
And you enjoyed all 5?
It's a good time. If you just want to,
Okay, okay.
hang back, enjoy, have some laughs and just have a little fun. It's perfect, man. It's got like
All
a
right,
nice little Mike
cool.
Allred vibe.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Speaking of Mike Allred, we got some news on that front. For those of you guys that are big Madman fans, so excuse me, in my last week's video, I talked about, my top 10 books that I regretted selling. One of those was the Madman Atomica and Madman Gargantua series. And I had said that the reason why I got rid of them is because like 3 years ago, when we interviewed Mike Allred, he had stated that he was creating a Snap City Universe Library Edition like box set that was going to come out. And so I was like, oh, okay. But that was 3 years ago. I think last time I talked to him about it was over a year ago. And he just said, oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Well, then somebody mentioned in the comments, like, oh, he just tweeted about this a few days ago. So I actually went back through his tweets and kind of like stalked him for a minute. He actually mentions it a couple times in the last month that a Snap City Library edition is going to be coming out in 2021. So, I mean, we still got a wait.
Yeah.
But for those of you guys that are big Madman fans that maybe missed out on Gargantua and Atomica and just, I mean, Gargantua you can probably pick up for around $100. Atomica is a lot pricier, and if you're not willing to shell out that kind of money, I understand completely. I do not blame you. But if we just wait till next year, apparently we will be getting the Snap City Library that he's been talking about for the last few years.
Yeah, that's one of those series that's just like a hidden gem. Not too many people know about it, but those that do know about it love the shit out of it, deservingly, of course.
Yeah. It's kind of like The Goon. Like I'm shocked at how many people have never read The Goon. It's sort of in that same vein. It's very much an indie book. Creator owned, like,
dude, a lot of people will not go outside the big two. Let me tell you, man.
That is true. How long have we been talking about Valiant?
Oh, years. No one gives a shit. Yeah. It sucks. But hopefully little by little, Madman's that'll be a pretty cool release. And when it comes out.
David Robertson, Mike Allred's son is kickstarting. Maybe it's over. I don't know. A documentary about his dad with a lot of incentives. Oh, sir. I'm going to try to look that up real quick and see if that's still ongoing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dude, that would be awesome. First of all, I love documentaries, especially documentaries involving like things that I love, like Mike Allred. Like, that's just awesome.
Did you ever watch those DC documentaries? There was like the secret origin of DC Comics, and then they did a Necessary Evil one, just all about the villains.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
They're all on the DC universe too, so I do strongly recommend that because they are all on.
They're great. They're a good time. What's going on, Austin? Welcome to the late night party session as always.
I was gonna say, I think Canada's throttling your internet. You're dropping out there.
Oh yeah, probably. I was just saying, what's up to Austin? One other thing, dude, have you watched any of that King Tiger docu-series?
Oh my
Netflix?
Fuck! Yes,
dude.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
I don't know how many episodes there are. I've only seen 3, maybe 4.
Okay.
3, maybe 4. 3.5, maybe something like that. So my wife and I, like, we love those kinds of things, like when they come on, like Making a Murderer and all that kind of stuff. So we just actually finished that McMillions one on HBO.
Nice, dude.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
So we just recently finished McMillions, and then we were diving into Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 had like a 6-part on the History Channel about UFOs and shit. Yeah. So we started to watch that. And then she was like, oh, should we watch that and finish it up tonight? And I go, well, actually, I was like, I keep hearing about this King Tiger documentary. And I go, I think we need to watch this. And she like scrolls and like finds it and like looks at the thumbnail. And she's like, I am not watching this. And I was like, no, like I go, I know it's like a dude with a mullet and shit. I go, and it says it's like about owners of exotic pets. I go, but they're supposed to be like murder and shit. Like it's supposed to be like really good and fucked up. And my wife's like, fine. So we watched the first episode, and by the end of it, she goes, all right, let's watch the second.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we're like 3 or 4 episodes in. Oh my God, it's such a good show.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It takes so long to make those documentaries, but man, when they pop, when it hits, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I followed the presidential election very, at a very high level. So I had, I might be spoiling things. I mean, it's not spoiling. It happened. It's history. He ran for, 2016 president of the U.S.
Wait, he did?
Oh, I won't say anymore because you get to watch the rest of it.
I am not to that part.
It's like I feel weird because I guess it's a spoiler if you haven't seen the documentary, but it happened 4 years ago at the same time.
I mean, if you don't know,
I won't say more. I won't say more because there's dude. Yeah, that's that thing's full of twists and turns I didn't expect. Goddamn, is that good? But that's anyway. Back to comic books.
Yeah, no, dude, King Tiger is so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to finish it. But my wife's been we've been working opposite shifts lately because like the kids are out of school and blah blah blah. So that's fun. Right. But yeah, I really want to finish up that King Tiger. Like it was good. It drew us in for sure.
Yeah, it's a good time.
David, one of the best documentaries on comics is Finding Steve Ditko, and Neil Gaiman meets Steve, but he refuses to go on camera. I don't know if I've seen Finding Steve Ditko
I don't think
or not.
I have.
I don't know if I have seen that one. I've seen quite a few comic docs, but I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, I remember.
David, I was just looked up real quick. I just looked up Mike Allred, and like 3 different things pulled up, but I don't see anything about a documentary. Like, do you know what it was called or what I should search for to see if I can try to locate it? I'm just curious.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And what up, nerds? What's up, sir?
All right, man. So why don't you tell the people why you didn't like Batman White Knight? You hated Sean Gordon Murphy's artwork.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. Okay. First of all, I'm not even through it all. I'm only like halfway through. I've read like the first 4 issues or whatever. Okay. So Batman White Knight was a book that snuck under my radar. It was just something that I always kind of meant to read, and I just, for whatever reason, never got around to it. I don't know why. Life happened, whatever. So I recently finished all of Detective. I'm completely caught up on Detective. I started to go back and play catch up on Tom King Batman, and I'm like, probably 50 issues into that already. So I was like, well, I kind of want to take a little bit of a break and read something that's a little bit shorter, a little bit more fun, but still in the Batman world. So I decided to read White Knight, Batman White Knight. Got 4 issues in. First of all, let me start off by saying the story has been a lot of fun. I do like the story a lot. I'm interested to see where it goes and kind of how it wraps up. I do enjoy the story. The art is very not my style when it comes, and like and I even sent you some pictures as to why I didn't really like it. The art, like some of the character designs is weird. Like Killer Croc, like just it doesn't look right to me. Bane doesn't really look right to me. Sometimes the way he draws Batman just seems a little off to me. And it's not like all the art or all the panels or anything. It's just, it's a very stylized look, and it's not the way that I feel. I don't know. Like after discussing it with you, we kind of narrowed it down because you had mentioned, I completely forgot that he had done Joe the Barbarian, which I loved. That was gorgeous. Loved it. And I think it boils down to when it comes to superhero books, you kind of have a set thing in your mind of how those superheroes or those villains or whatever should look from reading them over the years.
Yeah.
And when they take a really dramatic change or a stylized change, all of a sudden you go, wait, what the fuck? Like this isn't right. No, I can't get into the art with this. This is throwing me off. But on indie books, it works out really well because you don't know what those characters look like. This is the first time you're introduced to them. So it doesn't matter if the art is stylized or different or what have you. Like Ice Cream Man is our background right now. For that book, it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal art. But if I were to see that in a Batman book, I'd be like, not feeling it.
Yeah.
You know?
I get
And
it.
that's kind of where I'm at with the whole White Knight thing. Like I don't know. Some of it just seems off to me. It is kind of a little bit of a turn off. But I am gonna finish because I am enjoying the story. I do like what he's writing. The story is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a really good time, and I know he's wrapping up the sequel now too.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You know, like I said, I
I
obviously
do like the way he drew the Joker. Let me preface that.
Right.
Like the way he drew the Joker with like especially the suspenders and the Batman t-shirt.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I really like that. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It's really weird, but
It's
I
cool.
do. I really like the way that he drew the Joker.
His Harley Quinn's good.
His Harley Quinn is also good. I don't dislike Harley. And so I guess it's not every character, it's just certain ones. Like Killer Croc and Bane, those are the two big ones that really threw me off. Tweedledee and Tweedledum was kind of whatever, but
yeah.
So anyway, that's my, I guess, gripe with it.
True, yeah. Yeah, no, it's understandable, I guess. You know, I still hope it gets an absolute edition someday, but you know, different strokes for different folks. I definitely get where you're coming from, but man, there are some pages, like there's one page, I think it's in issue 2 or something, where you see Mr. Freeze sort of like lean up against the tank that's holding Nora, and it's like a 1-page spread with like no text, and I was like, dude, that's fucking beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I like the changes that, you know, Sean Murphy did for this Elseworld story.
And that's the other thing too. I keep telling myself, I'm like, it's an Elseworld story. Like, don't get caught up in the semantics of it. It's an Elseworld story. It's not like it's fucking canon. So, you know, it is. But I do enjoy the story. I think his story is really good.
It's a cool concept, and I don't think I've never seen Sean Murphy write anything before this, so it's kind of cool that he knocked it out of the park with the story too. Because I know he's supposed to take over Catwoman now. So it'll be interesting to see, just from a writing. I don't. He's not doing the artwork for it, but it'll be kind of cool to see what kind of stories he comes up with, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm down. You want to know something though, and I really hate saying this because I thought I would feel the same. So I finished up Detective, right? We read Tynan's Run, fucking epic. The few like minor arcs in between, they were all kind of okay or whatever. They were fun, whatever. And then you go into Tomasi, who really goes back to Batman and not so much a team thing. And his stuff's really fun. And I love Tomasi's run as well. So I was like, oh, I'm going to read Batman by King, right? I'm going to go back and reread. Like, I had already read the first 25 issues. So I was like, but I'm going to pick up from where I left off and I'm going to keep going. And I remember really enjoying those first 25 issues.
Yeah, sure. So
I started reading it again. And I just got through like the 8-issue arc of was it the War Riddles and Jokes? Have you read that first of all?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hate it. I thought it was good. But there's just something that I don't know, man. I feel like it's missing like the Tynan touch because like, his detective was so fucking amazing that like now when I'm reading, here's a god too. Like that is a legend. And I just keep comparing what they're doing to like what King, and it's a very different feel. It's completely different. And I don't know how I feel about this. I will say I did really like the ending of the War Riddles and Jokes, like the very, very ending where he's talking with Selena. And he's like, you know, I can't figure out what the difference between a joke and a riddle is. And she's like, well, it could be this. It could be this. It could be this. She goes, but the answer is, who cares?
Right.
I went, hot damn. That was a good ending.
But yeah, I mean, overall, that was like a slightly weaker arc, but it sounds like maybe you need like a palate cleanser or something, you know?
That's why I quit reading it. And I went with the White Knight.
Right. Well, I mean, you're still, goddamn, you're like, my palate cleanser is a Batman book.
I'm also reading, well, in physical, I'm reading Hitman still, so that's been fun.
True.
Which is also a Gotham book.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear.
I can't get out of Gotham.
Yeah, dude. That's all right though. Did you get a chance to read the giant size X-Men Nightcrawler?
Yet,
by any
no.
chance?
I really need to. I've been meaning to, and I don't know why I've been slacking lately on stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was so excited for it, especially after X-Men 7 with the whole Crucible thing, him talking with
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
and it's like so Alan Davis, amazing artist. I don't know if you're familiar with his name,
Oh
but
yeah.
dude has done like incredible work, and it just sort it felt like he was wasted here because I'm not going to give away all the details, but the story is like Nightcrawler and a few other characters. I forget who. I think Cypher, who's Cypher, Ileana, and this dude who I don't know his name, but I think he's called like Thousand Eyes or something. And they basically go back to like the old Xavier's school for gifted students. Like they go back to the old X Mansion because there's been some weird activity going on, and it just kind of felt like it could have been a filler issue of X Men because it's like it's Nightcrawler giant size X Men, but he plays like a pretty minor role in the book. I was kind of disappointed that it was like a Nightcrawler book, but it wasn't really about Nightcrawler. Like he didn't really
Mm,
do jack shit in it, to be honest. It just sort of felt like a weird excuse. I don't know if Nightcrawler is considered clickbait for people. Like they'll just buy it because it's a Nightcrawler. I don't know, but I was pretty disappointed.
well, and what's sad about that too is that Nightcrawler is a character that like I wouldn't say he's like the face of any sort of X-Men book. You know what I mean? He's always sort of been like kind of a sub character, so to speak.
Right.
So that's your opportunity to really kind of bring him to the forefront and make him a really cool, like he's sort of like Gambit. Like he's a character like everybody's always really liked,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
nobody really knows shit about him because there's never really been things where they dive deep. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's
Yeah,
kind of sad. That was
and
sort of their opportunity, and they kind
yeah,
of blew it.
maybe you hit it the hammer on the head, the nail on the head there, where it's like this is just Hickman being like, oh, this is the way the character. This is true to the character. He's a sideline character in this story. That's the point. Maybe. I
Mhm.
mean, if that's the case, I mean, wow, that's
It's
something you got to read
sad.
into. But yeah,
It's sad though because Nightcrawler is a badass character. I remember when I was a kid, he had I think it was like a 4-issue mini that came out like in
right.
the mid to late 80s, and I loved it, dude. It was so fun. Like I still remember
Hmm.
to this day. I don't even remember what issue it was, one or two maybe. I don't remember, but I remember flipping through it and reading it multiple times as a kid. And he's like in the danger room, and all
Hmm.
these things are like coming out after him, and he's like
Yeah, yeah,
teleporting all over the place.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, he's so badass. Like, I remember just being like 7, 8 years old and just loving that book.
Yeah.
So
There was a series that Claremont did a few years ago for Nightcrawler. I don't know if you ever read it.
I did not.
I don't know if it was any good. I think like Ed McGuinness did the artwork for a little bit of it, but I didn't hear any good things about it, because
Oh, well.
Claremont. So that's probably why you didn't hear about it.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah.
Um, all right, David, Space Face is the name of that documentary on Kickstarter. It ended 2 days ago. Well, that sucks.
Damn.
At least I can go back
Successfully
though.
funded though. So that's
Yeah,
good.
I can go back and check that out. Austin, I'm gonna hold on to the Goon Library editions for now. I've only opened the first volume. All right, well, first of all, you need to open all 5 of them because they're
Read that
fucking
shit.
amazing. They are amazing.
Yeah.
Second of all, if you ever decide that you want to part with them, let me know. I'll be more. I'll buy all 5, but I already have volume 1, so I'll 2 through 5. Yeah, and actually my volume 1 I got for free, like after I'd sold all 5. A buddy of mine from one of the Facebook groups. Actually, it was the same guy that did my Valiant painting.
There you go.
Here, let me see if I can show you guys my Valiant painting up there on the wall. So that's actually a huge painting. It's
So
like
fancy.
2 foot by 3 foot or something. It's massive.
Got full screen your screen there, man.
Oh yeah, hang on. Let me do that. That's actually not a horrible idea. Maybe.
Hello.
All right, hang on. Where's it at? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. Whoop. There we go.
Look at
So,
that.
a good buddy of mine from the Facebook groups, he's actually a tattoo artist by trade in Michigan. So if anybody's up in Michigan and needs a tattoo, hit him up. And his name is Jason Parker. Really, really awesome guy. But we did a trade, this painting for a couple of Omnis. I really loved his art, and I said, hey man, what would you charge to do a commission? And he's like, I don't know, I do trades. And I was like, all right, well, books to trade for a commission. Let's do this. And so we did, and it took him quite a while to get it done because he uses like oil paints and things. Anyway, long story short, absolutely amazing artist. He did that for me. We've done a bunch of other trades and things. He's a really cool guy. Well, he had this volume 1 goon just kind of laying around. It had a little bit like a torn dust jacket or something on the corner on the spine, but it was just laying around, and he knew that I was a big goon fan. And he said, hey man, like this is just sitting around collecting dust. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, dude, what do you want for it? And he goes, oh, nothing. He literally just sent it to me for free.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was super jazzed to get that back, because that was one of the out of print ones. It's not as expensive as volume 3, but it is one of the out of print volumes. So I was super happy to get that. And he actually drew me, you can kind of see it in the far back corner here, on the box for the goon that he shipped it to me. And he actually drew a picture of Frankie and the goon. That's right, yeah. On the box. And I actually cut it out and hung it up because it was just really cool, and it's really awesome. But so yeah, anyways, bottom line, you ever decide to get rid of those, let me know. I'll be more than happy to take the goon off your hands.
The worst thing about the goon is that it's over so quickly. It does read a little too fast.
I think he is actually doing, Eric Powell for Albatross Comics is actually doing a new goon series as we speak.
Good.
So the goon is back, because when that 5th volume ended, like you thought the goon was done for like forever.
Sure.
But I'm 99% sure that Eric Powell is bringing the goon back with Albatross Comics.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I hope so. Speaking of trading hardcovers.
Yes, he is. 2019. There's 7 issues out already.
Oh, excellent. I'm gonna have to catch up on that now. Great.
Or sorry, there's 6 issues out.
Okay. Speaking of trading hardcovers and selling hardcovers and all that, we are doing our first hardcover comic giveaway. Looks like Harleen won. People voted. People spoke. Harleen won, so that's going to be given away on our Patreon. If you're interested in future giveaways, be sure to check out our Patreon. It is patreon.com/the hardcover comic. Maybe Matt can get it up here on a nice little banner in a second. Maybe not.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
Either way.
Patreon, sorry.
All good. All good.
I was about to take a drink.
Fair enough. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, check out our Patreon if you're interested in being included in our hardcover giveaways. Whatever people donate for the Patreon, it all goes towards a hardcover that we give away, or hopefully multiple hardcovers someday, if we ever get there. But things are happening fast. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, no, we've grown a lot in the Patreon. So I mean, because a huge shout out to all the patron subscribers. Because we only do, we only ask for $1, minimum of $1. Some people have donated 3 or up to 5. Which is huge, man. We greatly appreciate it. I think we're up to like $25 a month right now or something like that, which honestly I don't know if we ever expected to even reach that. So blessed and very happy for that. Yeah. Obviously we want to keep pushing because we want to start buying some of the bigger Omnis, especially when Diamond opens back up again. So yeah, no, please make sure that you subscribe. Join us on Patreon. Like Mike said, we're going to be giving away Harleen. We're going to get it ordered. Unfortunately, well, nope. Actually, I think we can still order that one through In Stock Trades because it's not like a new release. So I think we can get that one ordered. We'll get it sent over to us. That's not one we've done an overview on yet. So we'll crack that baby open. We'll do an overview on it for the channel. So that way everybody can kind of see the amazing art that is in that book. And then we should probably do our drawing here pretty soon, but we'll do our drawing through Patreon. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, supporter, whatever, if you're a patron, please be sure you're paying attention to that because that's where we're actually going to be doing the live drawing at. And we'll announce the winner, and then once we get it and we do the overview, we'll ship that baby out to you. So,
and thankfully, no one can fake it this time that they're the winner.
Yeah, yeah, no more fake shit. I'm
Yeah,
done with that. That's another
yeah,
reason why we went to Patreon, because that upset me. I mean, that was, I mean, it's only $50, but that was $50 of our money. Like, it wasn't like
yeah,
we earned
yeah,
it or anything. Like, we decided to each chip in, and because
yeah,
we wanted to give back to the channel. So
yeah. And I mean, aside from that, we are also trying to do our best to give away, like, we get free Marvel comics every week. So we give away those digital codes on Wednesdays because that's when the embargo is lifted.
yep.
And I give away codes. I pick up X-Men, anything strictly Jonathan Hickman X-Men related that comes out. So I drop those codes in there too when I can. So even if you just jump in for the dollar, within a month you're guaranteed to at least get a free digital comic. So it's up to you, but
Yep.
it's a fun time over there. I'm excited to do this giveaway. I'm glad someone will actually be able to legitimately get
A
something nice.
physical book too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
No,
course.
super cool. So very, very excited about that. So
Yeah,
thank you everyone for who've joined and participated.
yeah.
Um, Austin, Mike, you can answer this one. Would you guys ever bind a single volume large trade paperback into a custom hardcover like the Invincible Compendiums or Walking Dead?
Oddly enough, I have done the Invincible compendiums. So I didn't go. I mean, maybe you could speak more to this because I didn't actually do like one compendium as a volume. I split them up, so I have 5 volumes total for 3 compendiums. Because I think you took the whole Darkness compendium, right, and bound it
I
into
did.
one.
Yes, you're right. I
Yeah,
did.
which was a bold venture.
It was. They told me, they're like, Matt, this is borderline, like, dude. And I was like, well, come on, you guys, hook it up. They
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
They did. But no, that one was borderline. So yeah, no, Mike actually did the Invincible compendium. He said he split them up. I've done it with, so I have the Darkness Volume 2 compendium, which you can still buy. It's not out of print, etc. And then I have the Volume 1 compendium. I found it the trade paperback for super cheap at a con that me and Mike were at a couple years ago, and actually Matt Hawkins was there that year too. So I went to Matt, and he was telling us about how, oh, be careful of this bind, it's gonna fall apart on you because the
yeah,
Chinese printers that we used,
yeah,
they weren't very good, and I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm actually ripping this all up anyway. It's
yeah,
going to get
yeah.
bound into a hardcover, so it's all good. But yeah, no, that thing was thick. Yeah, that one was very thick. But I sent it in. They bound it for me. It was borderline the size limit. They did not really want to do it, but they
Yeah.
did. So I did. I bound the whole thing. I'm also actually going to be doing that with Nightfall Volume 1, like the big trade paperback,
Mm-hmm.
because I've already got volumes 2 and 3 that are bound that I got from a purchase, but volume
Right.
1 wasn't included, so I got to get that one done, and I'll be using that big thick trade paperback for that one as well.
Yeah,
So
those work nicely because I did the same thing and those worked. It was like 1-to-1. Like one thick trade paperback was
mhm.
one solid bind and it reads well. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
move.
So yeah, no, I have done it, and I will continue to do it if the
Yeah.
situation arises. Like, I really want to get done the Invincible compendiums eventually too. I love Invincible; it's such a great series.
Yep.
Actually, right now though, what I'm my some projects, because I think right now Herring and Robinson is, I don't know if they're shut down or not. I'll have to look into it, but I have a lot of stuff I need to get sent into them. But one of the things I want to do
Right.
is two things actually. So one is the 52 omnibus. So that Omni is, as everybody knows, has major like binding issues.
Yeah.
And I had someone that I know had bought it from me. I shipped it off, wrapped it really good. It arrives at their house, and like it completely fell apart. And I was like, what the fuck? And so they were cool about it. They ended up actually giving it back to me for free like 2 years later. So now I have it again, and the binding's all jacked on it. Same thing with Jack Kirby's Fourth World Omnibus. There's the misprint, so like you ripped off the front cover and mailed it in, like they would replace
Yep.
it for free. Well, Sal, Omnibuds Cafe, he had it. He ripped off the cover because he wanted the correct printing, and I said, "Dude, I'll take it." So I think I paid like $20 shipped, and he sent it to me. And so my plans are to actually take those and divide them into 2 smaller omnibuses.
Nice.
And so I'm going to have like a 52 volume 1 and 2 and Jack Kirby's Fourth World volume 1 and 2. But it's nice because since I'm using the official omnis, they're going to be like oversized gloss paper. Like they're actually going to be like really nice books. So I'm really looking forward to that.
You know, man, if I ever get rich enough, I wouldn't mind doing that with some of my books, like Invisibles, especially. That thing's just redonkulous. Honestly,
Patrol.
even like Doom Patrol, yeah, even some of like the Jeff Johns Green Lantern omnis, even those are
tight. They're hard to like stretch open and like kind of. There's a lot of gutter loss in those.
Well, I stretched mine open so much that it doesn't bounce back. So like the book block is sort of poking out a little bit in between the front and back covers. If you lay it down, you can sort of see like the book. It's rough. It's rough.
Did you sell it? The Hawkman. Didn't Hawkman have a lot of binding? That. Oh, you did sell that one.
Dude, I remember reading that. It was like I was holding it open like this with both my hands just so the binding wouldn't crack or break or anything. And it was the worst reading experience ever. Such a good run though. It was a good time. Yeah. But a lot of DC books could use some fixing.
I debated doing that with the Marvel's Omnibus as well.
Yeah.
Because that also had very similar issues like 52.
Right.
And I don't care what anybody says. I like Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Herring and Robinson, God bless them. They emailed me. They're still in business as usual. I was happily surprised because they're awesome. No, that is really good news. Because I had told Jim when I paid for my last books that I just got in last week, I told Jim, I said, dude, I got so much more business for you guys. And I go, I'm trying to get like at least another 30 books done this year. And he goes, oh, awesome. But I was afraid to send stuff in. I didn't know if they were open. I guess I didn't bother to ask either.
Right. That's dope.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for the heads up. Austin, seems like the new DC compendiums are going to be perfect size for custom binds.
They're going to be, I mean, some of them are going to be pretty big, pretty damn big. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where like 1.5 inches maybe is the thickest I'll make a bind.
Okay, so yeah, funny thing about that. So Mike is doing some dust jackets for me for the Impulse binds, the 3-volume Impulse set that I got. And I sent him the measurements, and I think it was volume 2 is the thickest one, and it was like 2 1/4 inches thick or something like that. And he went, Jesus Christ. And I was like, well, I was trying not to do a 4th volume if I didn't have to.
Yeah.
And Herring and Robinson said they'll go up to 2.5 inches. And this one was 2 1/4. But the nice thing is, it lays beautifully. Like I have zero issues with it. They did such an amazing job. So I like thick books like that. Because well, the other thing too is you get them custom bound, they're like half the weight, or like maybe even 3 times less the weight of like a normal Omni.
Right.
Like they're
especially
so
the newsprint,
light.
especially the newsprint ones, especially. Yeah.
They're super, super light books.
Yeah, no, for sure. The newsprint ones I've noticed get pretty light. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a point where 1.5 is good enough for me. I did that Exo Manowar one as an experiment, and that's just too much juice for me, man. It's too big. Plus the cardstock covers is a terrible move.
Yeah, that
shit does not bind well. You gotta love it.
I have a couple of those with the Ghost Rider binds that I want to do. Luckily, there's only like 1 or 2 issues that have the cardstock, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But
yeah. I mean, there's a bit of a payoff. It's kind of cool, but it's a bit tough to read.
Yeah. Oh, I love this question from Austin. This is a great question, or from David. This is a great question. Have you ever gotten dust jackets printed from Houchen but bound from someone else? Is it possible to do, or only if you bind a book there? I laugh because I do this all the time.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you do not have to get anything bound by them. They offer like a printing service as an individual service. So yeah, no, you just and their dust jackets are such amazing quality to boot. And $15, plus $7 shipping, but you could order like 5 of them and they're only going to charge you $7 shipping, which is the nice thing. It's not like $7 per dust jacket. But yeah, $15 to print them, and they're really solid. Well, I have a few of them actually. I have the 3 Hitman's ones that I got done that Mike designed for me, that were printed by Haushin. My 2 booster. I was like, I know I have others. The 2 booster gold ones that Mike designed for me that I got printed by Haushin. Mike's currently working on the Impulse ones for me. I've got some other ones Mike's designed in the past, like Wonder Woman, East to West.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to get those ones printed. So yeah, no, I do that all the time, man. They don't care. They could care less. That they offer a printing service. It doesn't bother them. So
I don't think
no, man, just hit them up. They're like I said, they'll usually takes 2 or 3 days. They'll get it printed. They'll send you an invoice. You pay the invoice, then they ship it out. So
yeah, we've I've sent quite a few people there after they get a dust jacket designed through us to get it printed at Houchin. And I haven't heard anyone complain or say it didn't work out for them. So I'm assuming it all did work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not going to turn you down.
Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see these Impulse dust jackets. I've only got to see 1 volume so far, and then the spines. But fuck, I am so excited! I cannot wait for you guys to see these dust jackets that Mike was doing for Impulse. I'm
I've made the 3rd one. I made the 3rd one as well. I just haven't sent it to you. So I'll hopefully be able to get the 2nd one done this week. It's been fun, man. It's been fun. It's kind of tough I will say it's been treacherous a little bit trying to find artwork just because it's a bit of an older series and like
high def artwork.
Right. A lot of it is like scans. Even though it's very tricky trying to get because Comixology has released the entire series in digital format. So there are like nice digital remastered images out there. It's just tracking them down, man. You got to go to some sketchy websites, but so far so good.
Yeah, no, I'm super jazzed. Like I said, I saw the 3 spines and I was like, oh, that is epic. And then I saw the volume 1 and I was like, I showed them to my son too, and I was like, hey, check these out. He fell in love with it. He thought they were awesome.
Trying to keep it fun.
Yeah, no, they're a lot of fun. So if you guys need dust jacket designs, by all means, hit up Mike. That dude is tearing it up right now. He's the only one I'll go to. And he's cheap, man. He charges $10 a DJ. So you know,
that's a close one, man. You gotta
$10 a BJ. I mean DJ. Yeah, no, and he's like, and way less expensive than a lot of other people out there. I think most people charge like 25 to 30.
Damn.
Well, granted, those other people usually probably are like graphic designers by trade as well, and whereas we do it as a hobby, but still, either way, I'm not complaining. And the beautiful thing is you've done so much for me, and like what I like, that I don't even have to tell you what I want. Like you just you just do stuff now, and I'm like, yes. Like I don't even have to like tell you what I'm interested in. Like that like when it comes to DC, I love the bullet design, like the bullet logos.
Yeah.
That I love connect. I'm a geek for connecting spines if possible, and like things like that. So I don't even have to say anything. You just run with it. So
yeah, it's been fun.
But so I'm actually gonna get Mike a gift though. So Mike has been wanting to bind. I keep trying to find the best deal. I keep waiting for the best deal to come through. And then once I found out you weren't coming down for a while, I was like, oh, I got time. So Mike has been wanting to actually bind the Hitman series for a while as well. And the trade paperbacks, you can get them. They're whatever. Some of them are hit and miss. They got some newer printings, whatever. So, but I'm actually I think the singles are better. I've actually fell in love more with singles with custom binds than I have with trade paperbacks. I don't know why, because I was always before, I was always a massive like trade paperback only, but now I love singles when it comes to cut trade customs. So I'm actually going to buy the entire Hitman set with all the extras and everything. I'm just waiting on the best deal, but I'm going to get a great deal on it. I'm going to get those to Mike for all the work that he's done on dust jackets and things for me. So that way he can finally bind his own version of Hitman.
Thanks, man. Thank you in advance. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be smuggling a whole bunch across that U.S. border.
Yeah, you still got 2 boxes over here sitting in the corner.
I know. A lot of fun stuff happening, man. It's going to be, hoping for the best.
Yeah.
The best. A lot of custom bind plans. Hopefully get to pull through with those soon.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that Herring and Robinson is still doing business as usual since they were in California. Good. I thought for sure they were shut down. I'm like, there's no way they're an essential business, you know, but maybe because I think there's only like a couple guys that really work there. So maybe that's how they get away with it because they're like, I rent this office. Screw you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I wonder. Yeah, I got to check with Lehman, because if that's the case, I'll drop some books off, man. I mean, if they're taking drop offs, maybe they're not taking drop offs. I don't know, but that'd be nice. I got a whole bunch of shit to bind, dude. It just keeps piling up.
Curbside service.
It keeps. Yeah, don't anybody after this $10 for a DJ thing. I don't want our email being written on any truck stop bathroom stalls or anything, you know.
Email Mike for a good time. $10 DJs.
Oh yeah, especially if my phone number got out there. Now that a lot of providers are doing free international calling.
Yeah.
God damn.
You're gonna be blowing up. Yeah, the ads can be fun, especially. I agree, man. I have so much fun prepping books, especially from which ones did I prep I prepped the other 3 remaining volumes of Superboy lately.
That's right.
I need to send those in. So I got those 3 volumes all prepped and ready to go now. And I'm like, man, some of these ads are a good time. I was like, I remember this movie, or I remember this whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Any of you guys playing Doom Eternal? I am not. However, I did see the trailer for it, and holy shit, does it look amazing?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a good time. I enjoyed the recent Doom that came out a few years ago. That was a lot of fun. Doom's always been pretty solid. I mean, blood, you know, explosions, chainsaws, demons. Come on. Who's not enjoying that?
$10 DJ for my man thing.
Oh.
Omnibus.
Charge extra for those. Yeah, those.
He charges a little bit extra for anything that's oversized.
Yeah. Anything over 10 inches, I got to charge extra. Jeez. I could throw colored in there, but I might get kicked off the air. Oh man.
Anything over 10 extra. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's
just
good.
A little though.
$10 but Canadian.
Yeah.
No, as Mike actually learned this evening, the Canadian dollar is really tanked.
It's rough, man. And I don't keep track of it on like on a regular basis. So it's usually something like this, like once every other month. It's like, oh, let's get this thing for the channel or whatever it might be. And I'll be like, yeah, sure, that sounds pretty cool. Matt's like, oh, it's $20 each, no big deal. I'm like, yeah, $20, that's not a problem. And then it turns out it's like 30 fucking Canadian dollars for 20 US dollars now.
I think it actually more than US dollars.
Oh, God, what's it say?
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I was like, oh, $12.50 a person if we split the cost or whatever to upgrade. Like, yeah, that's cool, $12.50, sure, why not? He sends it. He's like, dude, it's like $18.63 for $12.50.
1 Canadian dollar will get you 70 US cents. That's terrible, man. Comic prices are gonna go up again. What the hell, dude? It's already some of these omnis and Canadian prices are already $200 cover price, and Amazon ain't doing no 50% like IST is. So it's getting rough, man.
But you get paid in that USD though, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It kind of balances out in the end.
So when people pay you via PayPal and they pay you like the $10 or whatever for a dust jacket, a lot of times I think most of the people are in the US. They pay you $10. Do you get like the full $17.50 in Canadian, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, I mean, business hasn't been so hot lately, but yeah, I would get whatever it was back then. It would be like $12, 13, something like that.
All right. Well, now we need to order. You guys need to do it even more now, so that way, because he'll actually we only pay 10, but he's making like 17. So we really need to. We really need to support Mike during this.
I don't need this
COVID-19. During COVID-19, we really need to support Mike.
Thankfully, my work is okay.
Unfortunately, since he still has to work, he doesn't get the $2,000 that was announced today.
No, that's all right though.
He doesn't get that.
Hopefully, it goes to the people that need it. I know it's going to go to a whole bunch of people that are just we're sitting at home already on welfare, and will continue to do so. Power to you guys. Fuck the system, right? Anarchy. This is what everyone wanted. Anarchy. This is what all the punk kids want. People sitting at home on welfare. But yeah, no, it's fine. I'm still pretty lucky. I'm pretty lucky with my work. People are still like companies are signing purchase orders and shit. So a lot of folks are staying pretty optimistic out there, which is cool.
That's really good.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, all you guys that are watching and supporting us too. Hopefully, you guys are all safe and everything's good there. I'm constantly worrying because my wife's a respiratory therapist, so she's constantly on the front lines of this kind of stuff. And apparently today they sent home somebody because like a coworker because they were displaying symptoms of being sick, and I was like, what? I was like, you better not have been touching that coworker.
Right. Social distancing.
Yeah, I go get away. I was like, you don't be bringing that crap home.
Yeah. No, everyone stay safe, stay home. Protect yourself and everyone protect yourself and your little empire.
Yes.
It's all we've got. So one last thing, I guess, because it is getting pretty late for me here. X-Men #9 dropped this week, and I enjoyed the issue for what it was, but man, his cover is like kind of weird.
Hang on, let me blow it up here.
I think it's a little weird. We can start from the top.
Whoop. How do I blow yours up? I think you have to do it. Do you have to do it?
No, you blew mine up before. This is goddamn fucking audio clips people will get out of this. you blew mine up earlier.
Well, that was on a tab though. That was different. That was a tab.
Let me see. No, I can't control anything.
Oh, here you go. Do it. I figured out. We're good.
All right. So I don't know where to start. I'm just looking at the back now, so I'm gonna have to guide myself. But like this weird arm flex that Cyclops is doing already gets me a bit weird, and then it turns into like a Star Wars Marvel movie poster. But like these back-to-back poses just seem really odd to me. Like these arm flex.
Dude, it's totally 80s.
Yeah. It feels like it's trying to be.
No, it was definitely like totally 1980s.
Come on, man! I don't want my full screen again. Get this shit out of here.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, everyone looks cool. I guess like the drawings real nice. It's just like from the top, and I guess just the top and the bottom. Really, the dual flex by Cyclops is kind of strange. And
yeah, Cyclops doing this is a little on the on the odd side. I haven't read that issue. Does it explain why he's flexing at all?
No, not at all.
The weird post?
Not at all. It's actually a pretty grim issue. So very misleading cover. It has a really
happy and flexing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the horror within the page.
Meanwhile,
but the ending's
Apocalypse is just annihilating folk.
No, it's nothing like that. It is a continuation of #8 with the whole Brood story.
Oh, that's right. At the very end, they were showing the Shi'ar and the Brood and stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Right. So it follows the whole little king egg thing that's happening now, and the ending's pretty damn sweet.
A
lot of stuff's changing, man. A lot of stuff's changing.
I'm gonna have to read that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well. All right. So you should probably hit the hay. You probably still got to work tomorrow.
I do.
And Canada keeps throttling your internet. So.
Yep. It's getting rough, people. So let's stay positive.
Maybe we should change the cameras to SD going forward.
Yeah. No more fancy backgrounds.
Yeah, no more. Has to be SD.
It's all 240p from now on.
240.
480. You're going all out, man. Damn. We're going back to 2003.
You're back to like 8-bit Nintendo graphics.
Yeah. Start dialing up our internet, folks. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We post content daily that I'm sure you will enjoy. Be sure to check out Dr. Squatch again.
Yeah, hang on. I know you're going. I know you're going with that.
Boom.
Boom,
Dr.
Dr.
Squatch.
Squatch.
Check it out. Subscription service gets you nice organic soap without parabens and other chemicals. They are also expanding into men's healthcare in general. I don't know if there's females as well, if it's just men, but I figure it's just men. They got cool scents as well. Irish cream and whiskey is the latest. Be sure to check it out. You'll get free shipping with your subscription. Sorry, it is late. And yeah, it's pretty great. Check out the link down below.
Yeah, and not only that, but go check out their like YouTube videos or Facebook videos or whatever. Their advertising is hilarious. If nothing else, like that's how I found them, was through their advertising. It's super funny. So
for sure, yeah, maybe we can show a clip someday.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Stay safe.
Yes, everyone stay safe. Thank you guys very much. Oh my God, how the hell could we forget this? We are going to be doing another live show on Saturday. We are and it's not just any live show. We're actually going to have a guest with us on Saturday night. And that guest is none other than the wonderful, the great, the amazing Thomas Judge. I'm sure some of you guys are very familiar with his custom bind videos and things like that he does. He's going to be joining us. He's been following our channel for a while. We've been watching all his videos. That man does some amazing work, and we cannot wait to pick his brain and all the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for Saturday night. Thomas is going to be getting up at the butt crack of dawn to join us because he is located in the UK. So it'll be like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning or some shit his time when he joins us. So, but
it's a big break for us, man. The hardcover comic is going international.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes, we are going international on the hardcover comic. So, if you guys aren't familiar with Thomas Judge, please go check out his channel. Give him a like and subscribe. He does not have nearly as many subscribers as he should, to be honest, especially with all the cool shit that he does. A lot of oversized customs, a lot of like his
map the new 52 and
his Sin City library edition slip cases that he created for each volume. Dude, it looks so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So you guys go check out Thomas Judge. He'll be on Saturday night. So if you guys have any questions, also shoot us an email at thehardcovercomic@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram with your questions. That if you do have questions for Thomas, that way we can kind of be a little bit more prepared. Otherwise, we'll just take questions like we do like this, where you guys can just ask live as well.
So if you like custom binds and you're interested in oversized custom binds and maybe getting some inside tips, be sure to check that out. It's going to be pretty big, pretty fun.
Yeah, we're super excited. We have a lot of questions. So
I think you and I should both prepare some custom binds to have by our sides just in case, we got to get into the details, crack some open.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I really want to ask him about that DRM and see how much printing is, because now you got me wondering about those Witchblades.
Got a week or so, man.
I know I need to check those out. But anyways, all right. Well, thank you, everyone. Be sure to stay tuned. Saturday, we're going to be doing another live show with Thomas Judge. And until next time, the power is yours.
You stay classy, Internet.